Hello, good evening. It's Monday, so it's monthly make time. I've literally got a piece of an old box, which I've decided, because it's really nice corrugated cardboard, this one. I've decided we're going to use that tonight. So I've got a bit of an idea. I know, novelty, I have got an idea that I want to do tonight. And yeah, I'm going to have lots of fun. So that's my plan. We're going to play with our cardboard box to create a lovely background, and then we're going to play with our monthly make stamps. So that is my plan for tonight. Evening, Maxine. Evening, Tracy. Oh, it's arrived. That's brilliant. Can't believe it's taken so long to get to you. It's gone the scenic route. She's gone on a holiday before she got to you, and so I'm glad you've got your box now. So yeah, should we get crafting? Yeah, I think so. Let me move this one over so you can see. There we go. I've got a right tickly throat. I brought my water with me, and then I realised I've got like a mouthful left in it. I should have checked before I came out whether I had enough water in my in my glass. So I've got my base card, and I have got my, there we go, that's better, isn't it? A piece of, well, cardboard, part of an old box. Mr. Roo was throwing it away, and I thought, I know what I can do. I want a bit of that. So I'm just going to take that sellotape off the back, because you just know that'll be the bit I want to use. So we're going to use that in a minute. Well, no, we're going to start with that, I think. What I basically want to do is trim this down so it's a bit like a mat for our flower. So I'm just going to rip it. It is very wasteful, but it was going to go in the recycling anyway, so that's actually looking a pretty good size now, isn't it? And then something like that, I think. And then comes the fun part. So I'm going to pop them in the bin. Now comes the fun part. We need to start taking this apart as well, because you will see inside here the lovely corrugated cardboard, or you would do if I'd have got my nail under more of it. So I'm just taking off the top layer so we see that lovely, well, we would do if I ripped it properly. I did check before I decided we were going to do this that it would rip properly. There we go. I don't want to take it all off. I want it to look a little bit fancy dancy. A little bit distressed, but not too much. You know what I mean. Here, this end obviously wants to come apart. So I am just, you can see what I'm doing, I'm just tearing off the top layer of our box, of our cardboard. It's only really thin as well. Even better. You can wet it, but I didn't want to wet it because it doesn't actually feel that thick, if that makes sense. I'm just going to do a little bit over here, and then I think I'm going to be done. There we go. I just like making a mess is what it is, isn't it? Just make a mess. Because that's going to go on there like so. And the reason I did this bit first is because I'm going to do some inking, well, oxiding behind. And I didn't want to have to do the whole page. So I was just being lazy. Evening, Noala. There you go, right. I'm quite happy with that now. Might even add a bit of colour to it in a minute. I just don't like straight edges, you know what I'm like. Yeah, see, that looks very straight now then. Because it is. Not straight now, is it? There we go. Right, stop it, girl. You're going to end up with nothing left. Just going to keep making it smaller and smaller until we have absolutely nothing left. So I have got 3 quite pale colours. I have got my lovely speckled egg, a bit of lost shadow, and salty ocean. And all I want to do is colour kind of around this. So there isn't much out the middle I'm missing, is there really? Oops. I'm just going to lay down lots and lots of colour to begin with. I can find my string as well. I think string would look quite nice on this one. So we're going to add lots and lots. Not that you can see that shadow on there. There you go. You can just about. Reminds me a bit of pumice stone, this one. There we go. So we've got like 3 blobs, lots and lots of colour down. I'm going to go for my speckled egg next because that's my next playlist. Hang on. There you go. I can see your comments better now. Well, I can do. There you go. I can see your comments now. I'm going to grab my speckled egg. Just add some of this into it as well. And no, I don't have to fill my middle because we have that gorgeous corrugated cardboard. Oops. Now I'm doing this directly onto my base, but I might have wanted to mat it up if I was putting it. Don't know. You know what I mean. Might have needed to go onto a base. Evening, Sue. So again, this is Salty Ocean. You can see it's really, really blue. So we're going to start, just add a little bit. I don't want to go full whack with this to begin with, because it could be too blue. Then we'll just pick it up off my desk. There we go. Oh, see, that's what I didn't want to happen. It's happened now. Anyway, got a little bit up here to do. I'm that careful of not doing it the first time. Right, so I'm just going to use up what's on my cloth now. My room seems dark tonight. It's because I've still not fixed my other light. Hang on. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, I had a plan that Bear was going to come and help me fix my light. But it didn't happen this weekend. We were out and about in lovely Birmingham. And then Saturday, well, Sunday, I wanted to just veg, but Bear was having none of it. So we ended up doing lots of things. So you can see I've got a bit. Oops. A bit of a background going on. I've got a spritzer that sounds like a duck. That's okay. Oh, that's alright, Noella. I hope your back's, well, I hope it starts feeling better soon. Nothing worse than a bad back. So I'm going to start off with my lovely little diamonds. Love these guys. I need a stamping block even. Not an ink pad, a stamping block. And we are just, got a piece of tissue there. I could tell because it was a lot darker than the rest of my page. I'm gonna go in with my lost shadow, but I'm not expecting it to stand out too much, apart from where it goes over the salty ocean. Okay. Oh, you can quite see that. I'll hold it up. There you go. You can just about see it. It does stand out. I know things don't always come across over the camera very well, but it is, it's there. I am going to go a little bit more in here as well. I'm quite liking that effect. I'll plonk that one in there. Oh, it shows up on itself as well really well. I wasn't expecting it to do that, which is why I sound so surprised. There we go, so we've got our lovely gloss shadow in there. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my other one. And go to my next palest colour, which was Speckled Egg. There we go. Ooh, a bit dark, a bit paler than I thought it was going to be. In my head I was going, should I do Speckled Egg or should I have gone for Salty Ocean? But no, wishing I'd gone for the other one. But that's okay. We will recover. And it's only the background, you're not going to see much of this either, so make it sound like a big issue. It's not, because you're not going to see much of this. Not going to see much of it at all. Because once we've done that, it's very wet at the moment. That lost shadow is very juicy. Once we've done that and we put that over the top, you really don't see, again, really don't see much of it at all, do you? So, I think, hi Lynn. I'm thinking, you can tell, thinking brain's on. No, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do, right, what I'm thinking, what's going through my head at the moment is, it's looking a little bit plain. Don't like it. Yeah, that background, I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So, I know I want to do some white work on it as well, but I think I just want some words. I do, I want my words. So I think I'm going to go with, I keep using the same one, don't I? Just wanted to say, oh, congratulations. Well, you choose the one that you need, wouldn't you? I'm going to do just wanted to say. Yep. Move them over there for a minute because they're in my way. And my desk is getting smaller and smaller by the minute. Don't know why, it just seems to be full of bits and bobs at the moment. So I'm going to take my just wanted to say, and I'm going to go back to my Salty Ocean. Because I'm wanting to keep these lovely colours. Can you see, I'm not even making sure I'm inking this up fully. I just want, or stamping it fully. I just want bits and pieces of it showing. Nothing too much. And then we're going to turn it round and we're going to do this other side. But remember to turn your stamp around too. Otherwise you'd be upside down. She says, and then does it. There we go. And all I did then was I moved my stamp because I want it to be easy for me to stamp with. Yeah, so I know I like holding it at one end and having my stamp at the other. So I just move my stamp around. So we're getting lots and lots of I just wanted to says. If we pop out a bit on the top again. See, it's now starting to come together, isn't it? Just those words in the background. Right. And I was going to go back over with our diamonds in white, because you know I've been loving doing that. But I think I'm actually going to use our little Celia, because she is a little bit special. There we go. So I'm going to leave that to one side for a minute because it's oxide, it's going to be wet. Let it start to dry and then we'll blast it with our heat gun. Evening, Pauline. So I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to stamp this because I know I need this down the line, because ooh, I should be a little bit more gentle when I rip my stamp off the carrier. I know she's going to sit on there, yeah, so I know I need this stamping. I'm going to give that a fighting chance and let it start to dry, whilst I find, I had a panic then, I couldn't find my stamping block. Yeah, it'd be there somewhere. Tell you what, I don't know if I've got any piece of card. Oh no, they're too small. Right, I'll have one. Sorry, just let me go rummaging for a piece of scrap card. I used my big piece a minute ago to do my card out of. There we go. I'm just going to grab my black. There's always enough scrap around, isn't there, to find a piece. Then I need to decide what colour is this going to be. I think it might be pink. I know I keep colouring her in pink, don't I? But pink and blue. Ooh. She's going to be cut out, so I don't need to worry too much about my inky pinkies. I'll pop it down there. Or in my case, my blue pinkies. Give it a real good press. There we go. And I'm going to be naughty as well, so you can shout at me for this. I'm going to use Mr. Floof, because I do like Mr. Floof, our floofy one from, I said I'm going to use it, but now I need to find it on my desk. Bear with a few seconds. I want our floofy one from my new stamp set, so you can see they all work really, really well together. Yep, so we're going to have our Celia and our floofy one, I think. Let me see if I've been clever and I can pop it on there. Oh, look at that, just. But then I've got two. I'll tell you what, let me grab another piece of paper. We don't like equals, do we? We like odd numbers. I've brought an extra piece of card up with me this time, so I'll pop that to one side as well. Oops! Landslide time. I'm going to stamp a floof. I know I am being naughty. I don't normally bring in extra stamps, but they do all work really well together. And I know this one has been popular as well, so we might not use it. We might. But whilst I'm stamping, I might as well do it, haven't I? Oops. There we go. Right, so, oh, look at all that really bad inking up. Pop that down there. I'm going to take them two and get them dry, and then we'll get back to our background. Because I do think we're going to do our flower. There we go, that's better. Sorry, I have to just knock me light again. I will get the boys to come in and fix it. Only because I haven't got a clue how it all goes together. Lots of bits that need moving on it. Just leave it to them too. There we go. Now let's grab this one. And it is really wet, especially that speckled egg, I think it is. Just get a real good dry. So all I'm doing is, as I'm drying it, I'm moving it around in the light, because you know what oxides are like, they can be a little bit sneaky, and you think they've dried, but they haven't. So they like to play tricks on me. I thought that was dry and it's not. Well, hot. Anyway, I'm just going around making sure it is all dry. I think that's going to be it. So, I've got a rather bendy one. I'm going to leave them to one side whilst I carry on working with this. This, you can see, it goes like that. And I think our little Celia, we are just going to stamp in the corners. I think. I keep changing my mind, don't I? No, I think she'll look quite nice just stamped in the corner. So let me go ahead. My bits and my bobs. Let's just move that out of the way. I'm going to use my anti-static bag because, like I say, I'm not convinced this is going to be dry. Okay. No, it's a little bit blue. I'm going to use my dirty ink pad because, well, Celia's got black ink all over her. And it's going onto oxide, so. I'm just going to come and splat that down there. Really got this bit ready first. I'm doing me thinking ahead. There we go, so there's that one. I'm going to stamp in this bottom corner as well. So that one just off the edge. There we go, and I keep going back to it, keep checking if that's going to be enough. Not sure, part of me wants to do a bit more. I think I might just go for it. So this time I'm going to bring it a bit like that. I'm going to put my powder on only because I can't quite, well, I can just about see. But I have done it before now where I've ended up stamping right on top of what I was trying not to stamp on top of. And then this one's going to come in. Just like that. I've tried to do them at different stages as well, so you've got more and less. There we go. Yep, I'm going to pop a little bit on this other side. I know I'm just faffing, aren't I? You can tell. Just having a bit of a play to actually pop that one coming in like that. Because its tail and its stalk should be hidden behind our cardboard. So just be careful now when I'm picking this up, because you just know I'm going to put my big sausage fingers all over that. Oops, it serves me right, I should have got here faster. Didn't think it was that hot in here. Must be. The ink started to dry on that one, but it's okay. Never said it needed to be perfect, did we? Right, I'm going to leave it there. There we go. I'll get my heat on again. Nearly put my finger back in it. Go. So put them coming up the side, and then we're just going to dry these ones as well. Right, so there you go. Quite a nice little background going on there. We have got our, yeah, look at that. Woohoo! And then we've got our bits and bobs to go on the top. So I'm going to work on my flowers now. I'm going to come over to this one, and I've got the I wants. You know it's never good when I start with the I wants. I want that one, I want that one. So these guys are going to be in the background with them. And then oops. See if it's that one I want. Oh no, definitely not that one. I can't find my purple pen. That one's going to be too blue. Yeah, definitely too blue. But I can't find it. I can find my green. So we're going to have to change our colours a bit. Unless we don't. We won't change our colour, so we will change the background. There we go. It's going to bug me now. Where's my purple pen gone? I'm going to grab Shaded Lilac. I'll say that again. Shaded Lilac. Or Milled Lavender. No, Shaded Lilac. I wanted something purpley, because I think it'll look quite nice on that blue. So we're going to do some painting instead of colouring, but that's okay. I'll be going on a hunt for a pen. What I'm going to do, my desk is really gritty from that anti-static pad a minute ago. So I'm just going to give it a quick wipe, because the last thing I want to do is add that to my ink pads. Just give it a real good wipe, make sure it's nice and dry. because the last thing you want is to damage your ink pads. So let's have a bit of green and a little bit of water. You can tell they've just come out of my kit bag from the weekend, can't you? They're all still all fastened up. There we go. So I'm just going to do these really quickly. Like I say, I was going to colour the background ones in our oxide, so they're a little bit more muted. And then colour the front ones in my pens. But since I can't find my purple pen, we're going to do it all in oxide. But I want this front one to be really, really bright, really, really striking, and the back one to be a bit more backgroundish. I'm just going to be a little bit careful as well. Oxides and black ink lines don't really go together, do they? So they'll block each other out. They'll leave that chalky residue over the top. So I'm just trying to go quickly, but you just know when I found my purple pen, we're having a purple pen next week. Purple flower next week. Yeah. I'm either picking up too much water or not enough tonight. There we go. That's my front one. And these. And don't forget, on Saturday we have our craft along as well. And I know some of you are not into your MDF, that's fine, because I will be doing a card at the same time as well. So if you want to do, if you still want a craft along, that's fine. I'll be making a card as well as my MDF. So you have to bear with me this week. There we go. Ooh. And I know what I'm going to do as well. I want this really, really pale. I don't have to be too careful with this because we have that lovely embossing powder that's doing the job of keeping me in my lines. This one, it's a Faber-Castell one. There we go. It is really nice. There we go. That's the one I use. Absolutely use what you've got. You could be using a canvas would work as well, your journal books. The idea is we're just going to have some fun, but I thought it would be nice to show how all the techniques that we do day in, week in, week out, I was going to say day in, day out, all those lovely techniques we do, actually it's dead easy just to transfer them over onto your MDF and things. So if you want to craft along, you can onto your MDF. If not, there'll be cards, there'll be canvases, or whatever you want to do it on. Little lady has said she's going to come along as well. I'm not quite sure what she's going to make yet. She hasn't decided yet what she's going to make. So she'll be making something. Right, shaded lilac. I'm going to start off with my little floof balls. And again, I just want this really pale in my background. Ooh. But I do want it to have some colour. That's just pure water there. Doo, doo, doo. There we go, our little floof balls. Let's do this other one. So 9:30 Saturday we will be kicking off our next craft along. Bear's got a football tournament thing. I'm just going to water this one down because it went a bit darker than I wanted it to. Just add water and then pick it up with your brush instead of putting it down. There we go. Right. Oh, I didn't want to do that, did I? No. I'll get there. See, this is why it takes me so long to do crafting. Because I go, oh right, I'm going to do that, and then I get that impatient that I've moved on to my next thing, and it's like, nope, I'll wait to do that as well. So I'm just adding a little bit of this shaded lilac. I don't want to do the wilted violet because that'll be too much and it'll start to take your eye away from the one that's going to go on the front. We'll just pop in a little bit of wilted violet. I need to put some more on my desk. So we don't want to. Oh, that's the wrong one. Naughty girl, did that. Don't want to put it anywhere near this already because that's been watered down. So I'm just going to create a new splodge on my table. Because otherwise you just end up damaging your ink pads, and they are a considered purchase these days. I was talking to a lady at the show on Saturday, and I remember I used to I guess it was moan at the time about paying £3.50 for an ink pad, or you used to go around the stands looking for those that had them for £3.50. You know, it's really have gone up in price. There we go, and then nearly there. I don't think oxides have ever been that cheap, have they? Right, nearly there. So that could look quite nice with just the saying on. I say that quite a few times, don't we, that our background, just pop a saying on, you'll be alright. You could on there. So I'm going to leave that on top of my laptop just to give it a bit of a dry and keep it out of the way. There we go. Then we'll put them up there as well. We're going to use our lovely wilted violet. Running out of space on my desk again. I'm just going to do exactly the same, just colour this one in. So I'm going in quite pale to begin with. And I'm going to pick up some of this that's not had any extra water added to it. Just start to bring that in. Oops. And just start bringing it up from the bottom. There we go, right. That's all I'm going to do with that. And then I needed some yellow, didn't I, for its little doodads. Oh, it's going to be orange. Can't see me yellow, but I can see me orange. That'll do. Full of pollen, that's what they are. I'm not going to add that to the bottom one. Grab another piece of kitchen roll because that one's very soggy. Just spread that around the desk rather than cleaned it. Right, there we go. So that. Before we start cutting this out, I'm going to do all my little bits of white work. I'm just going to go up the side of one of these. Oh, it's very wet. Should have hit it with my heat gun. You know what? I'm just going to hit that with my heat gun because all it's doing is mushing up my gel pen. See, I got too excited, I started to do it. You can see how wet it is. There we go. So now, hopefully, my gel pen won't be chewing up my paper as we go. Be happy, a little gel pen. There we go. Makes all the difference. Poor thing, didn't know what I wanted it to do. Again, I'm just going to start going in. Just like that, and we'll just do a smidge on our leaves. Still a bit wet, but that's okay. Now I'll grab this one. And we've got dots and all sorts on this one to do some fun with. So we do lots of painting and colouring and all sorts on Saturday. Creating a beautiful background to begin with. But anything we do on Saturday you can make into, like I was saying before, a card, canvas, journal page. There we go, nice little bit. Right. Yes, that's enough white pen, I think. Just had a thought then, I didn't know where my scissors were, but there you go. I'm just going to cut this out with a little border. I must de-stick my scissors for Saturday. Look at the state of them. Get rid of all that extra card, just making it harder to cut out, along with sticky scissors. Got no chance really, have I? Snip that bit, there we go. I'm going to keep going around here, leaving a bit of a border. Obviously, if you want to make yours neater, I'll take your time, I think, is what. Oops. Sticky scissors. So you can see that is going to go on there. Now, question is, do we want the extra floofiness on there? Well, that actually looks quite nice, doesn't it? Don't know. I'm going to stamp my saying, and then we can decide, do we want the extra floofs on, or to floof or not to floof? One there. We've got, just wanted to say, I think I'm going to do you're the best. Oops, let's move that to the side. I know I stamped and coloured in my floofies. I might not want them. It does look quite nice without them actually, doesn't it? I think it might be a bit too crowded with them on there. Wiping my ink pad and my stamp base down because it's got clear ink all over it. I've been a messy monkey today stamping. There we go. And then I just want, is that going to be too small? Nope, I think it's going to be about right. There we go. I'm going to do you're the best. Everything just moved on my table then. Oh, we would do you're the best, but it'd be better if it was inked up. Me, yeah. I hardly had any ink on it. And that's not a good way to start, is it? There we go. So you're the best. Put that back over there. I'm going to blast that with my heat gun because it's going to get tiny and messy. There we go. Right, little chomper, where are you then? Yeah. Oh, that's not very, that's hurting my eyes, that one, to look at that. There we go, that's better. It was bad, that one, wasn't it? And, oh, that can be big enough. Oh, look at that. I know I always say it, but I do get excited when I find a nice piece, just the right size. There we go. I'm going to twist that round. And just like that. I didn't cut that very nicely. There we go. Don't think my glue's going to work tonight now. I can tell it's all bunged up on the end. So that is going to go on there. I was going to say I might have some tape instead. I had some tape. There we go. Not quite sure what I did to the end of my tape, but there we go. Oops, making a right mess of that tape, aren't I? Only so it doesn't keep moving on me. squirrels are back on the roof. Now, what do we think? Do we add the floofy ones? I'm not convinced we need it though. He's going to go there like so. I just want to add a little bit of ink to this, and if my desk is helpful. Ooh, just found my lip balm. Looking for that. Obviously not looking in the right place, was I? Let me move that back over there. Just trying to see if I can find my string, or some string. No, not in the bag I thought it would be in. If I do, I think a little bit of string across that would look quite nice. I am, however, going to just grab that. Oh, hang on, is it behind there? No, don't know where my string is. Probably been bared at some point. No, not going to happen. Let's grab that instead. Let's grab my kitchen roll instead. I just want to add a little bit to here. Can you see it's just aging it that little bit? Just, well, making it a bit more interesting. Not loving the noise it's making, but could be using your gilding wax and things like that for this. I'm just chucking on my tissue. Put on that a little better. Yeah. Right, stop. Oh, just let me get my bits off my ink pad. I had bits of chocolate tissue on my ink pad, that'll never do, will it? Right, so that goes on there. Maybe like that. Like that. No, don't know where my pin's gone. I was going to say we would be able to get in my glue with my pin, but my pin's not in me thingy either. Right, that's going to go somewhere a bit like that. Then that will go there, like so. We're not going to use our floof. I know, I made you sit there and watch whilst I coloured it in, not to use it. And I'm just going to do a quick doodle-oodle around the edge. So one quick doodle-oodle. I'm going to miss my white bits. So anything that's white, any bit part of my flower, is not getting drawn through, because that's just rude, isn't it? You don't want to draw through my white bits. And your embossing powder's there to help you. Just like that. I did it that way once. There we go. Just like that. Back, I'm going to do a few little squiggly wiggles. Only because I've got my doodle pen in my hand now and I want to play with it. There we go. That is it. That's all I'm going to do on that. I think it turned out quite well. Bit of a old cardboard box, and straight onto our base card. Now I do think I might actually mat and lay that up onto a slightly larger card, but that is 5x7, so I'll be making it slightly bigger and will fit on my standard card, if that makes sense. Yeah, so there you go. We've used our lovely monthly make set. We haven't used anything extra. We used our wanted to stay in the background. I think that did make a difference, didn't it? Adding those words up the side, and then if I hold it up a little bit, you can see all our lovely little triangle diamonds in the background. There we go. It's cool. And it kind of turned out how I thought it would as well. Unusual for me. So let me get back to this one. That is it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, thank you, Tracy. I had fun making that. But you can see, can't you, the Celia ones, I'm having so much fun making with them, and they turn out pretty good, don't they? They do. So yeah, that's it for me tonight. We are back on Wednesday. Not sure what we're going to be doing yet. And then we'll be back on Saturday for our craft along. If you want to craft along, the kit list is up on our Facebook page and on our website underneath inspiration. There you go. I knew it was, I couldn't remember what it was called, our website. Oh, thanks Sue, thanks Noella, thanks Debbie. So yeah, that's Saturday. If you want to craft along, 9:30. It's an early one because I know it's going to take a bit of time, but it will be fun. Thanks Maxine. So yeah, hopefully I will see you either on Wednesday nights at 8:30 or on Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. So take care, stay safe, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.